matter. People just took care of other people's kids. It doesn't matter for how long. It doesn't matter if you needed food. It was just people took care of other people's children.
Mm.
And it wasn't an expectation to be paid back or like to essentially get like recompense. It was just like, yeah, this is how the community operates. Everyone cares for everyone. But you don't have that in America. And a lot of people are like incredibly isolated. So then when you have like have your children essentially as like friends,
Yeah.
I too would become resentful of the situation because it's like I can't have a full like conversation with you until you're about 16.
Right.
I have to wait 16 years before
You gotta let your brain develop a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly. Like talking with small children, I too would.
It's taxing. It's tiring, right? It takes a lot of effort. It's not easy.
I feel like we can be honest about that. Small children are exhausting.
Yes.
But also, there's the fear of like babies can just die.
Yeah, true.
Do that.
Yeah.
That's so terrifying to find out. It's like babies just drop dead sometimes. They just die.
Yeah.
No reason, no rhyme. Your baby just said auto delete. Auto delete the sim.
Yelling.
And it's like, oh, I would be terrified to be a parent who wouldn't lose their mind. Your baby just dies on you.
But I feel like that's why like we should be able to institute like more support though. That's why I feel like support in the West should be more prominent, but for whatever reasons there just seems to be less of that. And so I feel like that should be remedied, but I don't know. It's just challenging. Yeah, being a parent probably sucks right now. I don't know if I'm really into that.
I don't know whether if you're brave or stupid if you have children right now through this regime, and I don't.
Could be both.
Could be both.
Yay for you for deciding to still have kids under this regime.
Yeah.
But also, you have no right to hate those babies.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely think you don't have a right to hate those children. Because we have abortion. Well, some of y'all can go get abortions.
Yeah.
And some of y'all still get
abortion is a woman's right. Actually, abortion is anyone's right.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyone that can get pregnant's right. That's the PC.
Yeah.
Oh, Nova, pickle or pear elder file?
Pear.
Which first? You want to do pear first?
Okay. Pickle's so crazy.
Actually, wait, give me pickle first.
Pickle first? Okay.
The pickle is
It's good. It's interesting.
In case I need to refill
Oh, we gotta shake it up. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yo.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, see that. Well.
Bye, Riley. Bye. He knew that was gonna happen.
I just wanted you to know. I want you to learn from your mistakes. You know. That's all.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Oh my god! It smells like pickle juice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, don't give me that much.
You got this. Take it like a shot. Like you know the girls drank sometimes.
That's like a shot.
It doesn't taste awful. It's an experience. Remember, it's pickle. You gotta try pickle like at least once. Yeah, I think that's the deal. I think that's the deal in it.
Pickle brine.
No, Brian. You totally got this.
What's the verdict?
Yeah,
it's pretty much pickle juice.
So time for pear.
Okay, there we go. Pear.
Oh, it just tastes like carbonated pickle juice.
That's pretty much what kombucha is, pretty much.
No, yeah, like Brian loves kombucha. Kombucha's not my thing.
I think it's supposed to be like is it like antioxidants are in it or something like that? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
If I wanted that, I'm just gonna make myself a cranberry vodka.
Yeah, true.
That smells so much better.
Oh.
Are you okay?
That's what happens when you try and do a little sip to be classy.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad. I like that.
Yeah, I will never buy them again. But the pear elderflower, it's not. Yeah.
That's nice.
Per bestie, per. But no, yeah. My thesis is that more men than you believe are gay. And I specifically say men because as it stands in the way we live, we already know that plenty of women do hate on other women and other men for male validation and whatnot. And also, I'm not a woman, so I quite literally don't have a place to sit here and be like, let's hate on women. But we can hate on men. I'm all for that one. I don't need to rag on women and whatnot. But no, men are very gay. Men are.
I can bring out some of that feminine perspective. I am non-binary, but like, I understand why women do it, and it's still a girly Hating on other women will not make him choose you. It genuinely won't. He doesn't want you because you're
He wants
men
a nigga.
do not
He
want
wants
women who already will submit to them
Men
because
want
then
men.
it ruins the fun of subjugation. Men want women that they can break down because that's the thrill. That's the game of the hunt. If you're already submitting to the man, if you're already willing to do everything a man tells you to do, regardless of how he treats you. Now, women, if you want to pleasure your man by doing whatever the fuck he tells you because he treats you right, he does everything, he pays the bills, he would literally fucking kiss your feet or whatever the fuck you want, great. I love that for you, girly pops. But for the women whose men would literally fuck anything or anyone but them, I'm not even gonna say this nicely. Grow a fucking spine and leave him. Have some self-respect, especially for the women with children.
It's always that one.
Especially for the women with children. Have some self-respect so your children have some self-respect. Stop letting that man walk over you. I don't need you to beat him, but I do need you to leave him.
Oh.
Because just...
Well, we can do both.
We can do both, however. One is more
like, they a little too PC for me. Yeah, beat that nigga.
Not hearing me. No, friends. One is more legally acceptable.
Real. Respect.
And then, once you're established and you don't have to be financially dependent on him, then go jump in with your homegirls. Or get that one homegirl that's comfortable with going to jail or just doing crazy shit. Have her send the hit out. I don't care what you do. Or, throw hydraulic acid.
Do it on Signal. Do it. Download Signal first and use that to text. No, yeah, that's real. But
men are homoerotic.
No, yeah, niggas are gay. Niggas are gay. Niggas are gay. A nigga right here laughing because he knows it's true too. Like, niggas are gay. Like,
from the academic perspective,
it's kind of crazy.
It is homoeroticism. Yeah. Men only understand love and validation in the context of receiving it from other men, and do not see women as human beings. They see them as kind of sexual objects that exist, which is why most men cannot comprehend. This is why I don't think the male loneliness epidemic is real in the way men think it is. It's not the fact that
it's not
women
real.
It's not the fact that women don't want nothing to do with men because men are trash, except yes, that is the case because, and I'll give you the perfect example. Do y'all remember that black woman therapist on TikTok like last year who told black men to go to therapy?
Wait, was it Ayana Fix My Life?
No. Oh. Different black woman, much younger, in her mid-30s, and she literally was like, okay, black men, you want the secret to getting bitches? You want the secret to, like, getting black women? Go to therapy. Go to therapy and acknowledge that the woman who hurt you in your life was your mother. Go to therapy and acknowledge that maybe the reason why you're hypersexual is because you were abused by your uncle and everyone told you that's what it should be. Maybe go to fucking therapy and realize that the reason why women don't love you is because you're emotionally intelligent as a fucking rock. I could go talk to a brick and have a better conversation. Do you know what these black men did?
They're probably ragging her in the comments.
Oh no, they got her fired.
Oh no.
They got her fired.
Damn.
And reported her to the board.
I didn't know niggas did things like that. I thought niggas just got on Twitter.
No, they
niggas just get on Twitter.
Harassed her workplace to the point that she was like, she was fired from work.
That is so
and
sassy.
It's not even sassy. It's straight up evil.
No, yeah.
You destroyed this woman's livelihood, and now there's one less black therapist woman. Now there's a lack of black, and we already have a problem, a mental health crisis in men because again, that emotional intelligence. Sir, it's not that you want to hit a wall because you're so angry. It's the fact that no one ever taught you how to experience your emotions without being aggressive, without essentially being harmful to either others or yourself. Maybe the answer is not punching the wall. Maybe it's sitting down and realizing the fact that you were beaten for crying as a child, and now you don't know how to experience emotions.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
Now, there was like one time I asked Riley if he got hit as a kid, and I don't think he told me, but that's not my business. My business.
And they reported her to the board of like licensing the people who essentially.
If they don't go get hobbies, niggas need hobbies.
Get a job, please.
Who essentially make sure that your therapist is licensed and practices within ethics, the ethical code. So yeah, she's like, I can't really be a therapist anymore, and I have clients who are like, I don't know if I'm gonna live without you. Like I literally she had clients that were very, very mentally ill and who were like,
they were sue or slide. Oh.
Yes, and so she's like, thanks for making me lose my job, my livelihood, and also the crazy part is she was realizing from her therapist she was in an abusive relationship with her boyfriend, and she was like, wow. This is why we say black men ain't shit. This is why we
Yeah.
say men ain't shit.
Yeah.
Y'all literally destroy women's lives, and then you sit there bitch whine and moan about why don't women love me? I'm sorry, am I supposed to cry for you, hunchback? Sorry.
And I'm not sorry. Just admit you're gay. Come out of the closet. I'm tired of it.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, fucking thirsting over a 17-year-old girl, and you're 50.
Or their homeboy. It's always someone trying to fuck their homeboy.
No, because I remember very much in high school, all the men being homoerotic with each other. Hell, the gay nigga wasn't that gay. And he was a black gay man.
That's how it
The
be.
gay nigga wasn't that gay. And you got all these horny ass teenage white boys being like, damn, I want to fuck you so bad. Then do it.
No, yeah, that's real. People don't
you
like, yeah.
Polycule!
That's,
you are
yeah.
a polycule of 10 boys who desperately want to fuck each other. Look, I'm sure you do love your girlfriend, but you love her like a friend. You want your homeboy's ass cheeks spread.
Yes.
I remember.
These men are gay. Just come out.
It's okay.
Just come out.
We're not judging you. We are judging.
I am. I'm judging them because it's niggas you grow up with. It's niggas you went to high school with. It's niggas you went to college with. It's niggas you're in grad school with. It's niggas at your job. So many niggas are gay. Like, so many niggas. It's just like, why do you want to make a man smile that bad that you're willing to, like, you know, make a girl cry? Like, you're willing to call girls bitches and hoes and, like, you know, leave them on red and do A, B, and C, do the most just mean, nasty, disrespectful, inconsiderate things to a woman just to make a homeboy happy and whatnot. And that homeboy don't pay none of your bills. He don't know your family. You barely live with that nigga in a house with 15 other men, might I add. Which, I mean, you know, I love my friends. I don't need to live in a house with 15 of them and whatnot, especially the male ones. I don't think that's, you know, going to be conducive to our relationship. But it's like you're willing to do all that to make a man like. To make a man like happy, and then but then you don't want to admit that, like, you know, you wouldn't mind making him come. Like, come on, like, we need to be honest. These niggas be gay. Do
you feel like frat culture in college universities is conducive for that? Yeah, conducive for that relationship.
I was going to say, fraternities, the Greek fraternity.
They be gay.
What do you think ancient Greece was?
They be
What do
gay.
you think they invented olive oil for?
They be gay as hell. Oh my god, remember your...
What is dildos? Let me tell you something. There's a story about the Greek god Dionysus promising his best friend that, like, they would fuck if he did this quest for him, and unfortunately his friend died. You know what he did? This freaky bastard! He crafted a wooden dildo and fulfilled his promise! This is what men do!
Faggots.
They realized I talking about that Julius Caesar got fucking found by the Roman Senate because they found out he was being bottomed. They didn't give a fuck that he was gay. They gave a fuck about the fact that he was the nigga who was sucking dick.
Because they're jealous. Because people know that it does feel good to be... Like, it does. Everyone knows it. But the faggots, you know, and they're always straight. The faggots, you know, they're gonna be like, I would never let my girlfriend put anything on my... We don't care. I didn't ask Kevin. It's Sunday. I didn't ask that. Like, let her fuck you or don't let her fuck you. You're gay. I don't care. Go let that nigga fuck you. But, oh my god, Riley, remember your one homeboy that, like, I met that one time at a party that you weren't at? Remember that one homeboy? The brown boy glasses?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh my god, are you talking about him?
No, yeah, that's actually so funny because in my head, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I remember this nigga's name. Yeah. I think I only seen him like twice or something. And like, this is way back, like, this might have been like a year and a half.
Yeah, like a year, something like that. Yeah,
that's hilarious that you mean. Wait, how's he doing?
I saw him this past Tuesday for 2 Hour Tuesday. I think he's doing well. He's just working. Yeah,
that nigga's gay.
Do you mean like he just had a girlfriend though that he broke up with? Like, oh.
Like, you know the way niggas can rock themselves. He's had a girlfriend.
No, not well.
Also, he told me some shit about y'all.
About me?
Yeah, he told me some shit about y'all.
What I do?
No, he told me some shit about y'all one time before, and I was like, that like sounds like Riley. Like, yeah, like that's hilarious. He told me some. I don't know. He told me that he tried to kiss you one time, and you were like cool off it or whatever, something like that. He told me something like that before. No, I don't know. He told me. I think he told me something like that, or that he's like made like a. I don't know. He told me something around the lines if he jokingly tried to get at you and you were not cool with it or whatever.
Yeah,
and
no.
I was like, yeah,
no.
that never happened, or you mean
no,
that
like it did happen. I was just like, yeah, I'm off that. No, thank you. Listen,
you
like
see what I'm talking about? Niggas are gay. Niggas are gay.
I was just like, no, like, hey, nothing wrong with him, by the way. But I was just like, listen, like, I'm just not cool with that.
Long story short, I don't know where Riley was and when at this point, but Riley did not come out to whatever event or whatever. Yeah, Riley didn't come out to this little party and whatnot, like this little basement show party that me, Leighton, Jay, a bunch of people like had gone to and whatnot. Because I used to be cool with the people that like threw it and whatnot. But you know how niggas are. You really could be cool with some niggas like 1 month and then 5 months later you're probably not gonna be cool with them. Niggas are just you gotta just be. Niggas are niggas. Niggas do come and go. Niggas come and go. Niggas come and go and whatnot. But anyway, so we was at this party and whatnot. It was cool. People is like, I'm like, oh, these straight people, they cool. Cause you know how I started to feel more about straight people. I just feel like a lot of them just are really, 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 really fucking like annoying to be around. Cause like also a lot of straight people, I feel like they just don't stand for anything. I'm getting on top of it. A lot of them a lot of straight people, they just don't stand for nothing. And it's just like, it's all fun and games. It's like, nigga, like, I hate to be Jaden Smith in that one clip, but sometimes, but we actually do need to talk more about the socio-economical state of the world. We actually do. I hate to be this is going to be like, oh my god, that's the too woke friend. We need to be more woke. We need to be like, you know what, actually, I don't think you should laugh at that, you weird bitch. But,
just one
no, yeah, go ahead.
So, interestingly enough,
he was right.
On TikTok, a lot of people are like, why are Gen Z dressing like fucking Laura Smith or like whoever that bitch is, Nara Smith or some shit to the clubs? And one person explained, oh yeah, that's because of the socioeconomic state. Longer skirts can be used, are multi-purpose. The reason why Gen Z is slipping into that conservatism that their parents were in, which is weird because our parents are generation, the boomers, the Gen Xers, you're literally called the boomers because you were born during an economic boom because the U.S. was profiting off of war. You were literally born during an economic boom. However, the reason why Gen Z is becoming more conservative is because we're poor. People do not have the time to mentally think and have capacity and empathy for other people when they can't get their basic needs met. So this is why you're seeing a rise of conservatism and selfishness and greed, because people are impoverished and we live in a society where people only understand how to think about themselves instead of going and giving to a collective. That's why you got bitches our generation and our age, even within the queer community, who are like, I need help, I need like community, I need like collective care, and it's like bitches are so poor they can't donate $1, or they're afraid to donate $1 because they don't know if that's gonna be the lost dollar and they won't have a meal to eat. People are so fucking poor that and this is one thing I hate about college culture that is like very prevalent in the US is like everyone's poor, everyone's starving as a college kid. Why do we just accept that as like the standard of living for people who are supposed to be the brightest minds, yet you're starving, you're dehydrated, you're sleep deprived, which actually means your brain isn't functioning at your fullest capacity. That's why you bitches are using ChatGPT, and then you enter your first job and they look at you and you're like, you're actually fucking stupid. You don't understand what the fuck. You were in college for 5 years and you graduated a bachelor's of like computer science, and yet you don't understand how to be personable.
I hate those niggas, computer science bitches. I hate those niggas.
How are you? You're like, you don't understand, like, essentially demographics until you actually don't understand the statistics you're working with. Well, yeah, that's because you were sleep deprived and hungry and starving in college. I hate that as a culture, but anyway, back to the point.
Fuck, remember, what was that? Fuck, what was
talking about the basement show where you...
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, every time I hear that nigga's name, I'm just like, oh, this is shit funny stuff. Okay, no, yeah, so, okay, yeah, I was just saying, like, straight niggas are just, ain't shit. Don't have too many straight nigga friends. It'll help you in the long run.
Oh.
No, you're safe. Okay. Because I had this revelation after we had already like.
Oh yeah,
you're safe.
Okay. I got straight friends, but they still in the queer community. They just trans. So.
Oh, that's and I'm like, that's different. Like
cis het people, however.
No, yeah, that's different. Like het trans people, those are my sisters. Those will always be my sisters. Cis het people, I don't know you niggas. Y'all not even cousins. But no, that's T. So we had this basement show. It's cool, You know how some niggas are like niggas be gay, and when I keep saying that a lot, but let me try to really paint the picture. Niggas be gay, but when gay, all right, let me use proper language so that people can understand this even better. Okay, straight niggas be gay and whatnot, but it's like it's humorous, it's palatable, it's like it's cold. It's this is the funny part. It's culture. It is culture. It's like their straight nigga culture of like you said, homoeroticism. It's like all like, oh, it's like funny because like these niggas are being gay to each other, but they're never gonna fuck. And it's like, oh, I believe you should do that. Like, her, do your thing and whatnot. But like, But when the queer hoes be get like outwardly gay, perceived as gay, it's like it's weird. But it's also because homophobia at the end of the day. Like I don't gotta explain all that. Don't be dumb. So we had the basement show. It's like me, Leighton J, a bunch of other people and whatnot. It's like it's Sanjay's crew. It's Sanjay's crew.
Oh yeah,
Back when I
yeah.
used to like hang like
When you
Sanjay,
used to hang with
like a
them,
little
yeah.
bit and whatnot. Fuck that nigga. But because niggas always think you want them. That's honestly I swear that's if there's any moral of any queer story, if you are a queer man and whatnot, you could be mean, you could be nice, you could be super extrovert, you can be super introverted and whatnot. Like you gotta niggas be thinking you want them. Niggas like you could just be nice to somebody. Niggas might think you want them. Like it's just like, oh, this person's nice to me. It's like, and they're gay. They want me. It's like, no, they're just nice to you.
No, they just said your shoes look good.
No, that part. It's like
Right.
they thought you was cool and wanted to be bestie. You're a weird bitch though now for trying to play them out like they got a crush on you. And also, it's a weird thing about what's it called? Like this is gonna be my last side tangent before I continue with the story and whatnot. But like that like the phenomenon of like when someone's trying to explain that like that they think someone has a crush on them, but they're trying to make it out in a this is creepy way.
Yeah.
Versus like when someone says, "Oh, this person has a crush on me," and that's fine, but I don't reciprocate their feelings, so I'm just gonna tell them like, "Oh, hey, thank you, that's really sweet and whatnot, but I don't see you like that and whatnot, but like I want to be your friend or I don't want anything from you and whatnot." Like everyone, for the most part, smart people can understand the phenomenon between what the difference is between someone acknowledging that someone can have a crush on me and that's not like weird or predatory.
Yeah, no, that's because our generation doesn't have a distress tolerance. We don't understand the difference between distress as I'm just uncomfortable, because that's just life sometimes. Shit's just uncomfortable. Shit just be happening. And we don't understand the difference of distress as in I'm uncomfortable but I'm still safe, and distress as in I'm physically or emotionally or psychologically, spiritually, financially, whatever, being harmed.
So well,
and so I can put it in the more layman's term of like niggas are soft, but not in that derogatory term of like, oh, you bitches can't handle life, but in a no, you bitches really be thinking people are predators and you thinking people are going out to rape you or something, when really someone might have described their feelings really intensely and did make you uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean they're going to fucking rape you. Like, that's not always what's going to happen. Like, you need to stop treating people like they're going to be the same person who traumatized you.
Yeah.
Also, stop using language you don't understand. A lot of you niggas like to use big words that you actually don't fucking really understand the connotation with, because also people don't realize that, like, certain terms like predatory, that has a legal connotation to it. Like, if you're being preyed upon, I'm assuming stalking's also happening. And I got a friend, she works in domestic violence. Shout out to her. Stalking oftentimes ends up in murder. Like the stalker will kill the person they are obsessed with. And so if you're describing someone as being predatory, if you're describing someone as essentially stalking you, yeah, I'm going to take that as the highest fucking defense. That's going to be a Title IX case. If we're calling. But what you really mean is, oh, sometimes I got that neurodivergent friend that's very obvious about their feelings, and I don't really know how to tell them, yo, Buki, I really just don't feel like that for you. And it's like...
And that doesn't make them a predator. It just makes you conflict avoidant. Hot take. Well, not in every case. I'm just saying that's like, a lot of people's case.
No, that is a lot of people's cases, because a lot of you come from traumatized and abused homes where if there was conflict, you either were forced into fighting or you were forced into fleeing. And so now when you're faced with personal conflict, you don't know what to do. And mind you, I am willing to give grace to a lot of our generation, because again, we're a bunch of 20-year-olds trying to navigate the world that is literally falling apart. There's nothing wrong with that, Buki. But there is something wrong with the fact that if every time you're uncomfortable, rather than facing the problem and having the conversation, it's oh, well, I'm just going to make you out to be the villain in my story. Maybe that person isn't the villain. Maybe they're just the background character that accidentally tripped you and it really wasn't that big of a deal.
Right. And like, the whole time you find out that it's like, someone saying someone's a predator, the whole time it's like, oh, nah, they just said that they thought you were cute and asked you on a date. And you don't like them back. And that's totally fine, but like...
And you could just say that. You don't need to call them a predator.
No, yeah. Exactly. And I bring this up because a lot of times, what's it called? Like, I bring this up because, like, a lot of times, like, in queer and hetero relations and whatnot, I bring this up because I've seen this so many times where it's like, I've had this conversation before with a straight nigga before, and they, like, relatively, like, admitted that, like, it's, like, it has validity, it's true. Obviously, it's true and whatnot, but anyway, here's the thing, but, like, the whole thing about how... What's it called? Like, yeah, like, the whole thing about how... Being able to differentiate between, oh, this person has a crush on me and whatnot, and they're not a predator, I just don't like them back, versus, like, then the people that do the whole, oh my god, you having a crush on me is so, like, insane and crazy, and now I feel really weird about that. That is, like, very much, in my opinion, like, that happens so many times with... I can't speak for queer women. I can definitely only assume and whatnot, because I've been talking about lesbian girls. It definitely happens between the lesbian girls and the straight girls, where it's like a straight girl is like, oh, She's making me so uncomfortable. She's making me uncomfortable because she like expressed her feelings for me and one of this, that, and third. It's like she thought she had a chance with you. She thought like it's very much like. No, yeah, T.
Let me tell you something. The way straight women genuinely feel like they're lesbian friends, and straight women specifically feel this way about butch lesbians, masculine lesbians, stud lesbians, that they're predatory for having a crush on them. And let me tell you something. Sometimes it is very much predatory. But most times, it's just she really thinks you're cute and she really knows she can do better than your fucking man. It is and I keep saying this, it is the prettiest of bitches who will end up with the ugliest of niggas. It is genuinely the most beautiful fucking women you will see. Even, and mind you, I don't like women. I'm not attracted to white women. That's what I'm going to say. I don't find white women attractive. However, I've seen some beautiful white women with some ugly ass men where I'm really like, I'm not attracted to you, but I can do better than that man and how he treats you. And so yes, it is. They hope they have a chance.
No, yeah.
And it's not a they're trying to change you. They're trying to change your sexuality. Even though those are plenty of comments I've heard men make. Those are plenty of comments men have made towards me. One time, I was after my birthday. I got off. I was taking the Greyhound from Syracuse, New York, back to New York City. I was in Midtown, like around 45th Street or some shit, and a man offered to like carry my luggage all the way to the train station. I'm like, all right, if you want to be a servant and do what the patriarchy tells you, by all means. I didn't give a fuck. It was raining. I was a little high. I'm a little tired. I was a little lost. I was like, go on, servant. Go ahead. This man decided to try. This man essentially made a rape threat towards me of being like, because I told him.
Oh no, sir! I got a knife on me.
And he was like, oh well, why would you want to be a lesbian? You know, that's mental illness. Like you gay. Like why would if I take you into this hotel, I could change that. And I was like. I paused. I stopped. I looked at him. I was like, "You my shit. You threatening me?
You better than me. I would have laughed it off and be like, "Ha, you're so funny."